Hey, Em.
Hey, Rick.
How's it going?
Not bad. I'm
Yeah.
cold.
I'm so sorry. Do you want a jacket?
Nah. Okay. I'll probably live.
Then suck it up, Buttercup.
Yes, ma'am.
So last week we talked about how a fear-based life inhibits your journey to finding your most authentic self. And that the whole reason we're doing this pod is to help people find their most authentic selves. So step 1 was figure out how to die hard. Step 2,
Yes.
live free. And we're this close to Christmas, and that's a Christmas movie, so we're calling it.
Hell yeah. I love it.
On that note, welcome back to Sister Show Me How. This is Sister Show Me How, a podcast, a place where we help you talk through all the real rough shit. I'm Ricky Nightshade, host of Sister Show Me How, and your how-to sister.
And I'm the real Slim M, co-host of Sister Show Me How, and your other how-to sister.
You know, Em, I watched this snippet of an interview with this guy, Sebastian Inges. I don't know if that's your name, I'm sorry. It's E-N-G-E-S.
Ingus?
I don't know. I'm sorry. Either way, he's a life coach or a mental conditioning and performance coach. In this interview, he states that there are 3 things that can get a person stuck. 1, get them focused on what they cannot control. 2, get them focused on what they cannot have, which is your lack mentality. And 3, get them focused on the past or the future, which is completely remove all of their attention from the now. And he's right. You know, like these mindsets acts as a cage for our reality. These ideas turn us into birds with clipped wings, and they keep us in a fear-based life. But we are not here to die hard in a cage. We are here to experience a free life.
I love that.
So what does living free even mean? What does that even look like? And how do I create a free life? Let's talk about it. First things first, I have no definition. I know, I'm sorry to break it to you guys, I have no definition.
I don't know how we can move forward with this episode.
I just wanted to state that living free does not mean we live an anarchist life. This does not mean that there are no longer any rules. This does not mean that we're just
willy-nilly do whatever.
Because obviously we live in a society, people. And we gotta obey some rules. We can't just let our willy be free.
You can go to jail for that.
You can go to jail for that. And if you go to jail, you're not really living a free life either. So that's kind of counterintuitive.
You could really die hard in a cage.
You really could die hard in a cage. That would really suck. We're trying to avoid that.
All right. So what does living free really look like?
Okay, I'm glad you asked. Because 1, it means you're following your vision. That means you have to have a vision for your life. So let's create a vision board. And we're going to establish what we think success looks like. Not right now. I mean you at home. Do it yourself.
I was going to say, I was like, not what us two here think what success is. You've got to figure out what your own version of success is.
Yeah, exactly. You need to stop chasing whatever societal pressures you think have been placed on you and follow your own path.
Yeah.
That's step 1. Step 2 is upholding your boundaries. And that's going to help you follow your own path. Again, You need the self-discovery to realize what your boundaries are. We talked about boundaries. You should know what they are already. But if they don't, take this opportunity to self-discover what you need. Figure out how much space you're willing to take up. Figure out how much you're willing to allow other people to get in. Yeah. It's going to build your confidence. So you really want to do this one. Step 3 is to go where you grow. I love alliterations.
That's cute.
Yeah, this is avoiding staying comfortable and staying stagnant for the sake of being comfortable. We want to go where we're being tested, where we're making mistakes. We want to go where we're figuring things out. We want to go where things are evolving and lifting and shifting.
Yeah, yeah.
We want to chase those dreams. And in order to do that, it's step 4, which is let it go. Let it go.
Beautiful.
You need to release your expectations. Let go of all your give a fucks. Release all your limiting patterns and beliefs. Let them go. Let people go. Let beliefs go. Let stupid shit go. Let it go. Or I'll sing again. Nobody wants that. Number 5 is to give grace. Allow yourself the freedom to experiment without shame. Love yourself and have compassion. You deserve it. You deserve it.
You deserve it.
Oh, stop. Step 6. Self-acceptance. This is when we have fully delved deep and like really understood who we are, what we're doing, and why we're doing it. And we're okay with that. We've released all of our expectations. We ain't give no fucks no more. We're just at a place of acceptance.
That does not mean that you just stop working.
No.
Or trying to be your highest self and be your most authentic self. Right. It just means that you accept yourself as you are now.
Yep.
And you will continue to do so in the future, even as you grow and change.
She's right. That's exactly what I meant. Step 7. I can count. There's 2. 7. Continue to grow. Damn, you stole my point.
Shit, sorry. I didn't even read that.
Self-improvement never stops. And you have to constantly strive to do better and be better every single day. It's okay if you don't know the difference. But once you do, you have to do better. So.
Yeah.
Wow, you're too good. You stole my point.
My bad. I didn't mean to.
That's okay. I forgive you.
All right. So how do we create a free life?
Well, actually, I feel like the interview with Mr. Inez is actually the key to it, because the solution for all of these is the opposite. So if we're focused on what we can't control, we need to focus on what we can control, which is our own thoughts, which are our own feelings, which is our reactions. If we're focused on what we can't have, then we need to focus on what we do have, what we can have. Remember that you live in a state of abundance. You're grateful for the things that you have, and that gratitude will continue to bloom. If we're focused on the future or the past, then we need to focus on the present. We need to remind ourselves that we have the power to choose now. And that power continues to be utilized in the now. Mm-hmm. It can't be utilized tomorrow. It wasn't utilized yesterday. It has to be utilized now. And regardless of what actual day it is, that's always now.
Yeah. And I think focusing so much, I think people tend to focus a lot on the future with this idea of, you know, someday.
Right.
Someday I'm going to have a better job. Someday I'll start my savings. Someday I'm going to start writing a book.
Well, guess what? Today is someday.
Yeah.
It's just a day. They all end in day too. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So they're all just some days.
Today.
Today is a day.
Yes. So
do it today.
Quit doing the some days.
Do it now.
And focus on now. What you can do now. Why are you waiting to be happy someday? Be happy now, god damn
it. Because honestly, and I know it's a hot topic and people don't want to hear it, but it is a choice. You choose to be happy. Even if you're in a shitty situation, you can still be grieving and be happy. You know what I mean? It sounds counterintuitive, but the point is, you realize that you are grieving and you are processing and you are moving through that, but you are still in a general place of contentment, of I am still me, I am still at my essence here, happy, positive. However, I'm moving through grief right now. We recognize that those emotions are just emotions. They're bypassers. They are not an identifying characteristic of our being. Okay.
No notes.
Step 2, get curious with yourself. What actually sets your whole soul free? Examine all of your doubts and how they're holding you back. Question, again, all of your beliefs. Examine your behaviors. Examine your impulses. Where do they come from? What makes them grow? Explore your values. Examine your perspective. Once we get real curious about ourselves, we start finding answers. And then guess what? All these answers bring us freedom. And the answers come from here. Wherever your heart and soul live in your body. That's where they come from. Within. Not out there. She ain't gonna have the answers for me. I ain't gonna have the answers for her. I got answers for me. She got answers for her.
Yes.
Yes. Step 3 is get real with yourself and then everyone else. Because you can't be real with yourself and then be fake with everyone else, because then you're still being fake. You're still people pleasing. And that's going to cause problems. Mm-hmm. Your honesty will set you free. If you can be real with yourself, then you can be real with others, then you can speak your truth. That's the things we want you to be doing.
Yeah.
Step 4. Fucking meditate! Please. Again, we're only asking for like 2 minutes of your day. Bare minimum, 120 seconds of sit and stare time. This will really, I know it sounds humdrum, tree hugger bullshit, but it will really help you align yourself. Figure out who you are, what you're doing, why you're doing it, and where you want to go next. It is literally the light bulb of your entire journey. Utilize it. So helpful. Step 5. This one's kind of hard. We're going to identify any discrepancies between our actions and our beliefs. Again, this is where accountability and responsibility are imperative. If we want to be authentic to ourselves, we have to notice and address the discrepancies between what we believe and what we are doing. Yeah. If you catch yourself making a racist, sexist, hurtful remark in any way, ask yourself if you really believe the words that you're speaking, or are you just saying these because someone else taught you? That's just one form of questioning your belief.
Yes, there are many.
Also, if you say, I'm not a judgmental person, but then, oh, that girl looks so trashy in her lipstick. Okay, well, you say you believe to not be a judgmental person, but you act like a judgmental bitch. So,
yeah. Just like so many people talk about, watch people's actions over their words.
I say that.
You got to do that with yourself, too.
Valid. Ooh, that's a good one, too. I'm going to start saying that. That's going to be... Yeah. I'm going to write that on my wall.
So if you're looking at yourself and you're like, holy shit, I don't like my actions. They don't match my words. They're not who I want to be. Gotta fix that shit.
Yeah.
Howie.
Yeah, so I'm not sorry. Figure it out.
Okay, yeah. Fair.
Step 6. Be brave. This is hard work, and it is terrifying to release your authentic self on the unknowing audience, because them's gonna freak most of the time.
Well, okay. I mean, I'm going to assume that most of us are not doing a complete 180 from whatever mask we've been putting on to the next day 100% our authentic self. It's going to take some time.
That's fair.
But yes, there are probably going to be people who maybe say something along the lines of, you're not the person you used to be, or you've changed, and they may not be happy with that, and that might suck, but it's gotta be okay. You gotta figure out a way to be okay.
Yeah, you can do it. And even if whenever you start to embrace your authentic self and there are people who disagree with that or no longer want to keep up with that, you will continue to radiate a specific frequency. And eventually, energy attracts energy, and you will attract people who want to support you, who want to see this version of you, who want you to continue to expand and grow and shift, and who will encourage you to continue to act within your most authentic natures. And that is the best reward you can ask for, and it is so worth every shitty friend, every toxic family member that you lose. I promise, 100%. Step 7, and again, Em stole my last point, is to give it time.
I promise I'm not doing it on purpose.
Because nothing happens overnight, and I totally believe you. It's fine. We're just so on the same wavelength that she just already knows what I'm going to say next.
It's also very possible that since I have read through these recently, that I'm like picking up what's coming next. Like my subconscious is like, wait, remember that thing? Yeah, that's going to come up next. Say it now.
Say it now. Yeah, so nothing happens overnight, and a free life will look different for everybody. And so the idea that your free life is going to look like mine or like Im's or like married Kate Olsen's is odd. You know, that's dumb. You have to create your own. And the idea of what a free life looks like may even shift within one person between the beginning and the end of their lifetime. I know that as a child, freedom for me was ice cream for breakfast and breakfast for dinner. But as a teenager, my free life shifted into having my own space.
Same.
And having a car, and that's what freedom was for me.
Yeah.
But now I'm an adult, and freedom is still having my own space and having my own car. That's
Same.
part of it.
Yeah.
But it's also now about having my own time. It's about taking back my health and my wealth and
boundaries.
Boundaries, yeah.
Yeah.
Freedom is boundaries.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah! Freedom is boundaries, yeah! America! Fuck yeah!
Anywho.
I just watched the Santa Clarita Diet, and there's like this horrible boss in there. He's like, I like when girls say anywho, it's cute. And so now anytime I see anyone say anywho, I just see his fat little cheeks go, it's cute.
Interesting.
Sorry, did I ruin that for you?
No, you're good.
I thought it was cute. But I am seeing fat chubby cheeks. Anywho. What does a free life look like to you, Em?
You know, like you, it's definitely changed.
Yeah.
I feel like looking back, like as a teenager, freedom was really like making my own meals. I love getting to like, I had a break in between classes, and so I would go home for lunch oftentimes.
Oh, that's so nice.
And I would make myself pasta or a sandwich, usually pasta. And I just felt awesome. Like, it felt so awesome. Like, I didn't have to eat what everybody else in my family was eating. I could have whatever I wanted. And I think that's still somewhat true. But I think also, like you, my own space and my own autonomy. Like, the first time I moved into an apartment by myself, like, scary? Yes. But so amazing. And I'm honestly a little bit scared to have to live with someone again.
Girl, that is what I'm saying. You need to suck up the single life because I wasn't looking for the love of my life, but I done fucking found him already, and I'm screwed because I always have to live with a boy. I'm sorry, baby, I love you, but I always have to live with a boy.
Yeah.
Like, my space is compromised.
That's why my fucking bedroom, I have fake-ass flowers hanging from the ceiling. Is that childish and ridiculous and super stupid girly? Fuck yeah, but I'm gonna fucking do it because it's my fucking space. Nobody else is here to tell me no.
I have to compromise on where to put the goddamn couch. So
yeah, and I get to rearrange my furniture at 10 p.m. and nobody can say shit.
See, I probably could do that. My partner loves reorganizing, but we do live on the second floor of an apartment, so 10 p.m. is kind of late. But still, the freedom to do whatever you want is amazing.
Yes, it's awesome. It's also, like you, again, upholding boundaries.
Yeah.
Like, getting to that point where I'm like, no, I don't give a fuck about this person anymore. I don't give a fuck what they care about and, like, what they're going to think of me. They're disrespectful, so screw it.
Yeah. Freedom is not giving a fuck.
Yeah.
That is what a free life looks like.
Also, the more I, like, say no to stuff, there are certain instances I'm thinking of recently. Anyways, the more I say no to stuff, honestly, the better I fucking feel. Like, in the moment, it kind of feels shitty still because it's a new thing.
Yeah.
But, like, the more I say no, the more I'm like, no, I feel good.
You're like, that's nice.
It's like such a weight off my shoulders.
Yeah, I feel that. I recently, a couple years back, decided, well, how long has it been? I don't know. Either way, recently I decided I wasn't going to participate in secular holidays anymore. And so that means I'm not going to Thanksgiving anymore. I'm not going to fucking Christmas anymore. I'm not doing no goddamn Easter dinner. I'm not doing no fucking Valentine's Day bullshit. You know what I mean? I'm not doing any of it anymore. It's all capitalistic bullshit and I'm not here for it. Well, this year, my people-pleasing bullshit was like, well, Thanksgiving is just a dinner. Well, there's no gifts involved. No. I'm not doing it any fucking more. I was miserable. I ruined everyone else's dinner because I got cranky and everyone else knew I was ready to go, and I'm not doing that shit anymore because, one, I didn't want to go in the first place, so I didn't uphold my boundaries by going. Two, I had a shitty ass time anyways, so that fucking sucked. And then I still felt guilty for going. And the whole reason I went was so that I wouldn't feel guilty for not going. Yeah. So it was stupid anyways, because I ended up feeling the goddamn guilt anyways. So, moral of the story is, a free life looks like not doing what Rick did at Thanksgiving and going when you don't want to go, and doing what you do want to do, saying yes when you mean yes and no when you mean no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes it can be a little difficult, I think, because a free life can look so different from everyone. It can be a little difficult to figure out what a free life looks like for you. So I came up with a little activity. Well, actually, I didn't come up with it. I found this article, of course, by this woman named Tikki Davis. She's a PhD. She's a consultant writer and an expert on well-being technology. And she does this thing called Develop Authenticity. And it's an article about 20 ways to be more authentic. I did not go through all 20 of those. Obviously, I read the article. You can feel free to read it on your own if you want to see all of her ways. We will link the thing in the description again, like always. But there was one very specific activity that she gave, and it was an open dialogue between what she calls the adaptive self and the authentic self. So in this, she invites the two aspects of yourself, the adaptive self and the authentic self, to have a discussion as part of a meditation or a thought exercise. Did you think you were going to get out of this entire show without doing a single meditation? You thought wrong, brothers and sisters. This is meditation. Well, not yet. We'll get to that. Respectfully introduce both selves. Thank the adaptive self for helping you function through difficult and confusing times, and then thank the authentic self for helping you feel whole and real and self-confident. Then we'll invite each part of yourself to share, which we will ask a question mentally because we're going to be meditating. Yes, we're going to do this together. Don't worry, we'll walk you through it. But we want to urge each side to express itself fully and then listen patiently for the responses. This is not going to be some contrived bullshit, okay? We're going to actually sit there and visualize the two aspects of ourselves and thank them for both of their parts. Because even though we think of the adaptive self as like shadow self, we need that. They got us through some shit. Without the adaptive self, we would be a big pile of emotional goo. We needed the backbone. She deserves the respect that it has. And we want to pay respect to both perspectives. We want to encourage dialogue so that you can completely comprehend both points of view. Try to be open about what each side has to say, as it may reveal some things that you're not expecting. For example, the authentic self may be afraid of rejection and therefore afraid to come forward. Therefore, your adaptive self may be caretaking, trying to protect you from these feelings and trying to make sure that you don't get hurt in the ways that you've been hurt in the past. These parts of ourselves are running our lives this way for a reason. So in this exercise, we're going to try to figure out what those reasons are and help us understand why we act the way we do and decide if we truly want to act any differently. Okay, so there is a specific meditation that I use to get myself in what I consider kind of a trance state. So what it's going to look like is we're going to, slower breathing. We're going to pay attention only to our breathing. We're going to close our eyes. We're going to feel the breath. And then we are going to visualize ourselves at the top of a stairway. And obviously I'm going to walk us through this when we do it, but I just want you to know ahead of time what you're getting into. We're going to visualize a staircase. We're going to visualize that we are at the top of the staircase and there's exactly 10 stairs down. At the end of these stairs, there is another door. Okay?
Is there a first door?
No.
Okay, just making
There's
sure.
just you at the top of the stairs and a door at the bottom. Okay?
Sweet.
With every breath out, we will take another step down. Once we get to 10, we will open the door. We will introduce ourselves to our authentic selves and our adaptive selves. Then we will silently give ourselves the time to ask these questions. And then we will move forward. I will bring us back up. When the time is done, we will say thank you to our adaptive selves, thank you to our authentic selves, and then we will go back up the stairs, and then we will come out of the meditation. Okay?
Okay.
Ready?
Sure.
Great. Okay, get comfortable in. As comfortable as you can be in these chairs.
Yeah, they're not great. That's why I'm leaning against the wall.
And welcome to Sister Show Me How, a meditation. Okay, so I want you to go ahead and just breathe naturally. In and out. And pay attention to where your breath goes. Feel your chest rise and lower. Now pay attention to where your body falls. Feel your feet. Pay attention all the way through your toes. Where does your body hit the earth? Feel all the way up into your chest. Relax your shoulders. And continue to breathe normally. Now go ahead and close your eyes. Now start to relax all the muscles in your body. Start with your face. Lower your eyebrows. Release your cheekbones. let your ears drop. Continue to breathe normally, in and out. Now drop your shoulders, relax your arms, and allow your knees to fall. Okay, now we're going to take a few deep breaths. And in and out. 2, 3. And one more. In, 2, 3. And out. 2, 3. Now visualize you're at the top of the stairs. We look down and there's exactly 10 steps below us. Below that, there is a door that is closed. There's a light shining behind the door. Now we're going to take 10 deep breaths. At the end of each breath, we're going to go down one step. Now in, 2, 3, 4, and step down, 2, 3, 4. 9 steps left. In, 2, 3, 4, and step down, 2, 3, 4. 8 steps. In, 2, 3, 4, and step down. 7 steps. In, 2, 3, 4, and down, 2. In, 2, 3, and step down, 2. 5 steps left. And step down, 4 steps. And step down, 3 steps left. Step down, we have one more step. Now we're on the last step in front of the door, and we're going to reach for the handle. As we open the door, we notice a large garden. And from the door, there is a stone path that leads to a bench. We're going to breathe in one more time and breathe out and step onto the path. As we follow this path, we go to the bench and we see that there are 2 figures there. We recognize the figures. One is our adaptive self. The other, our authentic self. Sit down with yourselves and breathe in and breathe out. While you're sitting with yourselves, ask them to introduce themselves. Ask them to share with you their experiences. adaptive self and your authentic self, thank you for having an open discussion with them. They've shared with you their experiences, and now you understand a little bit more about yourself and why you do the things that you do. Thank the adaptive self for helping you through. Thank him for helping you function during difficult and confusing times. Thank your authentic self for helping you feel whole, for helping you feel real and self-confident. As you stand up from the bench, we'll take 3 more deep breaths as we go back to the door. And in, out, and in,
Preview.
and out. One more before we reach the door. We've come back to our stairwell and close the door behind us. We'll take 10 more deep breaths, and this time we'll step up as we breathe in. Together, up and out, and up and out, and up and out. 6 more steps left, and up and out. 5 steps, and up and out.
Preview.
4 steps, and out. 3 steps, and out. 2 steps left, and up and out. Last step, and up and out. You may open your eyes now. And welcome back to Sister Show Me How.
The meditation podcast with Rick and Em.
Obviously, you can do this meditation for yourself however you see fit. I know I didn't really give us a whole lot of time there, but we're on a recording, so...
Yeah, we don't want to just leave you with 20 minutes of silence.
Yeah. But feel free to do this at home and really sit down for however long you need to and really get these conversations going with your authentic selves and your adaptive selves and figure out how they're working together to make you who you are today and how we can adapt that to live our most free, authentic lives. Because that's really what we want to do here.
Yeah. I feel like the meditation is very important for this because I think that's really going to help you connect emotionally. But if you have trouble, maybe you're not a visual mind person or something, if you do have trouble visualizing some of this stuff, I still recommend the meditation because I think that the emotional part is going to be really, really important during this. But I think that this could go along with the journal exercise that you guys do.
Yeah, absolutely.
If that's something that maybe will help you kind of process through things a little more.
Yeah, I'm a big writer, and I'm also a big proponent of doing anything physical to help reinforce anything that is mental or spiritual. So that being said, I strongly feel that after every meditation, anything that you come back with, anything that's inherently insightful or interesting in any way, write that shit down. Because meditation is kind of one of those dreamlike states where sometimes shit can feel a little not real, even if it is like groundbreakingly authentic. Sometimes you can come out and be like,
what the
dream?
Fuck?
What the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
Is there a Cheshire cat involved? So write that shit down. Dream journals are great too.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's irrelevant. It's just another thing I like to write down. Long story short, to live free, you must align your adaptive self with your authentic self and find the courage to really chase your dreams, because I promise you they're worth it. We only get one chance at this, and the end comes quicker than we ever think it should. So live free, die with no regrets, and come back and chit chat with us next week. As for today, we love that you came to talk with us. Feel free to take what you need and leave what you don't. And join us in the next chat if you feel like it.
And as always, please check out our social media. We try and post bonus content, helpful clips, bloopers. And sometimes we repost some cool stuff too that we think might be relevant. So while you're there,
bonus content.
Yeah. While you're there, why don't you guys tell us what's going on in your world and how we can help? After all, that's what a sister's for.
Bye, guys. Anything weird?
No.
Okay, good. Jackass. This is Sister Show Me How, a podcast. A place where we... Okay, and welcome back. Fuck you, god damn it. This is Sister Show Me How, a podcast.
Doing great.
So welcome back. Okay. We can do this. I'm Ricky Nightshade, your host of Sister Show Me How and How to Sister. Fuck me. I'm Ricky Nightshade, your host of Sister Show Me How and How to Sister. Fuck me. How hard is this line?
Is that why yours in all caps?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I was like, wait, what am I calling myself this time? Okay.
We're going to identify any indiscrepancies. Did I say that word right? Discrepancies. Excuse me. So that being said, actually, bless you.
Thank you.